I think the main advantage of having that initial opportunity to work with BRI through the IFS has effectively acted as a catalyst, which has then enabled us to do all of these things.
What the IFS did was provide the resources where we could actually take that relationship to a whole other level, and that's the type of relationship that education and companies need nowadays.
About 2 years ago, the construction department underwent a complete refurbishment. We wanted it to be sort of different, and we wanted to focus on energy saving rather than just renewable energy technology. We struck up a partnership with ABB, and they very kindly sponsored a whole range of equipment in our energy centre. They introduced us to an intelligent building control system, and really that covers anything that's in a building that needs controlling: lighting, heating, ventilation. We thought it would be useful for us to become a KNX training centre here in the southwest to give our electricians and plumbers sort of better employability skills by giving them access and exposure to this new technology.
ABB were very excited about being involved with the initiative at the City College Plymouth. Also, from our point of view and for general engineering concepts, it's good that electricians and apprentices coming through the faculty are exposed to this cutting-edge technology in building design.
First of all, someone in the college had to undertake all the technical training that was required, and that person happened to be me. So at that point, that was when I decided to apply for the Industrial Fellowship Scheme. Having got the award for the IFS, I then attended BRI for a week. Having completed all of those courses, I then had the sort of knowledge and skills which enabled me to design and build the resources that were required as part of the accredited training centre. I think the main advantage of having that initial opportunity to work with BRI through the IFS has effectively acted as a catalyst, which has then enabled us to do all of these things.
I wanted to gain experience in an industrial chemistry lab, wanted to learn some new techniques, practice some ones that I was a bit rusty on, and generally to get a really good idea of how a commercial laboratory works. I was working at a company called ALS Eclipse, which is based in Chatteris, and I was working in their food chemistry department. I then started shadowing a couple of members of staff in different departments, and after a few days I then started to get hands-on, started to practice some of the techniques, do some analysis work. I was also lucky enough to meet some members of staff who worked with some really high-tech machinery, which they took me to have a look at. So that was really great to see this equipment that I'd never normally come across in a college laboratory. Yeah, it was really good to get that hands-on experience. I can describe, how it is to work in a lab and really explain why the things we're teaching them in college are relevant to the working world. We also are going to discuss the idea of sending students for work experience placements, and we're building those that good relationship between the college and ALS for future progression for our students.
Last year's IFS placement for myself was at Johnson Controls, and it was in particular need of rapid business improvement. It was not performing where Johnson needed to perform, and they were going to be conducting a series of value stream analysis and lean rapid improvement events. What that was ultimately aimed at then was developing the value stream and then identifying savings and eliminating waste. So I was able to bring my skills to bear to actually assist on some process control questions, and that was nice. It was taken on board, and also that week, as it were, identified savings of circa £3 million across the whole package. So that was a good news event for everyone. On top of that, we were able to also talk to a local company, Delphi Diesel Systems, who we had 2 students currently with the campus. They are students who have been through the training system and now currently in their foundation degree, part of their 3-year degree programme here.
Ian provided us with this opportunity after contacting Delphi to say was it okay to take us out of full-time work for a week to get this experience. And because we have a lean school, Delphi, they found it particularly beneficial for us to get some sort of outside experience into what other companies do and consultancies do in terms of lean.
And obviously we learned quite a lot of different lean principles and techniques that they used, and taking it from what we learned at Johnson's, we could apply it to our project. So overall we both got distinction.
What the IFS did was provide the resources where we could actually take that relationship to a whole other level with that collaboration, so that's a much more positive thing. So they experienced exactly the same learning that I did, which was also outside of their normal working experience or working environment. So that particular value stream analysis part, as it were, linked in very nicely to new curriculum that we were developing here on site, and that was a very strong industry link for us because we're using those people to ensure that our curriculum's correct, so we can start better preparing undergraduates as well. Because continuous improvement doesn't happen on a once a month or a once a year meeting. It happens every day in little small dialogues and steps. That's truly continuous, and the only way you get there is to have something that enables that relationship to flourish. And the IFS placement did give us another step on along that journey, as it were.